Hi, welcome back on Digital Toolcase. In this video I want to show you my review about Chibi AI. Chibi AI is an AI writing tool, but it's not another AI writing tool, it's a different AI writing tool. And as you can see here on the official Chibi AI site, new Chibi AI has arrived because this is the new version released some days ago. Creativity in a click, finally AI content with substance. And if I go here, I like very much this image and this definition because all these ones are the other AI writing tools and this is Chibi. Chibi is built different. Is the only tool actually created for writers who care about their reader. And I want to specify something. Chibi is not for you if you are searching for a one-click article generator. It's not something like this. It's not for you if you only want to play with AI as it was a toy, and it's not for you if you are searching for something for free or with a lifetime deal. There is no lifetime deal, there is no free version of Chibi, but you can start using it and take a look at it with really a few bucks. But I will talk about plans and pricing at the end of this video. Chibi is for you if you really like to write and being part of the writing process, if you want to write something cool, engaging and taking care of your readers, if you want to really dig deeper on what AI can do, if you want to customize your workflow and your AI output, and I really mean customize in the details, and if you do this seriously and professionally. And I'm really happy finally to show you this tool because I'm a Chibi user from day one and I saw the development of this tool. It really changed more than once and now I think is one of the best tools out there. But who is behind the Chibi? His name is ChatGPT and he is one of the first people that became an expert using and teaching how to use AI writing tools, starting from Shortly AI. He started his site, AI Content Dojo, and his YouTube channel that was called AI Content Dojo, now it's called Chibi AI, way ahead of others. And he's the inventor of the definition of AI dance. If you don't know what AI dance is, I will show you later. Showing everything that Chibi can do is not something I can do really in a few minutes, so I will try to give you an overview, starting from the easiest way to use it, and then showing you some of the advanced features. Obviously, you can use chapters below this video if you want to skip some parts, but I highly suggest you to watch the entire video, grab a cup of coffee, because only in this way you can really understand what this AI writing tool can do for you. So I will start talking about the 5 things I like the most about Chibi very quickly. I will show you the dashboard overview. I will show you documents and how to generate content the easy way with Chibi. I will show you dynamic context. It's something unique for this tool. I will show you templates, and here again there is something really interesting because you can customize every single output for your specific needs. I will show you variables. I will talk about leads and what they are and how you can use them in your content, and then I will talk about plans and pricing. So very quickly, I want to show you the 5 things I like the most about Chibi AI. And the number one thing is this fantastic looking interface. As you can see, is totally different from the others. You can even customize it with your dark mode or light mode, and you can even choose some different themes for example, this one. As you can see, the interface is changing colors. You can use a lighter one. I like to use this gray because it's relaxing for my eyes. But this is a fantastic looking interface. It's faster responding. I like it so much. The second thing I like is the creative way of writing. And I know you may be worried about AI detection. Everyone is talking about this, but if I use some Chibi AI generated content, I want to show you, for example, in this AI content detector, that most of the times it's detected as human. As you can see, human generated content 100%. I will also show you this thing later in this video, but most of the times you will not have to worry about AI content detectors. The third thing I like so much about Chibi is that it's using a multi-AI model approach. So it's not using only GPT 3.5, for example, it's using most of the best AI models out there, and this is an advantage for you because you can always have the best possible output, and above all, you can also write about restricted topics. For example, with GPT 3.5 and also with ChatGPT, you can't write about some topics like adult topics, sex for example, or some medical topics. Well, in Chibi, if you receive some alerts about restricted topics, you can use this button here, where you see Mature. By clicking this one, Chibi will be able to write about your topic, even if it's restricted in some way, maybe using different words, but you can overcome this obstacle with Chibi. Number 4 is customization of outputs, because in Chibi you can create your own templates, your own tools, so you can write exactly what you want, and I will show you later this thing because it's a real power inside Chibi. And number 5 is Chibi community. You can find the link here below my video, so you can join Chibi community even if you are not a Chibi user. What I like in this Chibi community is that you can talk directly with Chad, the owner and developer of Chibi, so you can interact with him, interact with other users, get ideas, show your ideas, your using of Chibi, your suggestions, and it's one of the few tools where you have a direct contact with the developer, because this is really important, in my opinion, because it gives you the chance to be part of the project, part of the tool, and make it better even with your ideas. In the community, you also can learn about Chibi and how to use it. This is the best resource you can have in order to learn about this tool. Again, even if you are not a Chibi user, subscribe to Chibi community with the link you find here below, and we will see inside the Chibi community. So now let's talk about Chibi dashboard. I want to show you what you can find here and this left sidebar. This is the Documents tab. It's where you store all your documents, but you also have other things here. For example, you have your statistics of the usage. This month I used 33,000 words. I have an infinite plan. I also have 2,000 credits more. Anyway, this is the menu where you have documents, in this case, where you have Content Lab. Content Lab, it's similar to a document, but it's not a saved document. So here is where maybe you make your experiments, you try your tools, you try to use Chibi without saving this as a document, as a specific document. You can obviously save it as a document if you want, but this is called the Content Lab because it's your lab where you try different things without maybe messing up a specific document. It's really useful. Then you have templates. Here is where you create your own templates, or you can see how the default templates are made. Just to show you really quickly one of my templates. As you can see, I have a tuning part. I will show you later how you can do these kind of things, but this is where you craft your own templates, your own tools to customize your outputs. You have variables. I will show you later how these work. You have leads. Again, I will show you later. And you have archives. Here is where you put your archived documents. If you don't need them here anymore, you can move them in the archives section. Then you have your account settings, your helping guide here, the link to the community and the sign out. It's a really easy to use dashboard, as you can see. Here in the documents part, it's interesting because for every document you create, you have some buttons here. For example, this is to clone a document, this is to archive a document, and this is for delete a document. But you can even do something really interesting, and it's tagging your documents. It's something I never did here in Chibi, but as you can see, I have only this undefined tag. But let's say I want to give a tag to this document. I can go here in settings, and in the tag section I can maybe insert a tag, for example, website 1. Let's say I have more than one websites, so I can tag like this, for example, and when I go here, as you can see now I have a new tag, website 1. By clicking here, I can filter really easy these website 1 articles, or maybe I can even tag these documents with a color. Let's say I like to give this site a blue color. I just need to click here, and then I also have this color, so I can even filter by color. I like this thing so much. Okay, so now I want to show you how you can generate content the easy way with Chibi. Here in this dashboard, to generate a new document, you don't have any document number limit. You need to click on this new doc and a new document will open, and this is your first document. As you can see, you have some options here on the left. Here is where you can tag your document. Let's tag it like test. You can choose if Chibi AI have to follow patterns or not. Do you want Chibi to follow the style patterns in your document? If you write in short paragraphs, for example, Chibi can too. If this is set to no, then Chibi will write in blocks of text. So you can choose this thing. You can color tag, and you can even set a word count goal. For example, let's say you want 1000 articles, and as you can see here, you have these 1000 words goal. I like the fact that you have here how many characters you wrote, how many words you wrote, how many words are missing to reach your goal. It's really useful. Then you have other things here, for example, context. Here is where you can insert your topic, and I will show you later this add context because it's more advanced. Anyway, let's say my title is Crafting the Perfect Email Marketing Strategy. And the topic can be the same title or can be slightly different. Maybe the topic is only email marketing strategy, for example, is more general. This is something you need to choose. You can also copy your title here in the topic. In this case, let's try to use all the title. So now I have a topic and I have a title. Now you can start to write your article, and you can do it in different ways. One way is to use the so-called AI dance. I talked about this before when I talked about ChatGPT. He's the inventor of these terms. And this is still, in my opinion, one of the best ways you can use AI writing tools. And Chibi is wonderful when you want to do your AI dance. But what's AI dance? For example, it's you giving the leads to AI. So let's say you want an introduction for this article. You can start writing something. For example, in my marketing career, I always found that email marketing is one of the best ways to. This is something I wrote because I am the writer. This is why I was saying if you like to write articles, you will like Chibi because it's really your assistant. So this is my starting because I maybe want to start my article, my introduction like this. When I give a lead to AI, now I can dance with AI just by clicking this right button. And this is especially good to do the AI dance. So I will click here, and in a few seconds, Chibi will follow up my talk. For example, one of the best ways to drive traffic to my blog and earn money online. However, I found that most bloggers are not good at email marketing. So in this article, I'm going to share some useful tips on email marketing that I have learned over the years. I hope this article can help you to improve your email marketing skills as well. And this is a really good introduction wrote by me with these few words, and then by Chibi. This is AI dance, and Chibi is wonderful in doing this. And this is only one way you can use Chibi. There is also this little button here. I want to show you how it works, because let's say Chibi stopped to write here, I hope this article. This is the finish button. It's different from the write button because write will write something longer. Finish button instead will write to the end of the sentence, as you may see here. So if I click here, Chibi will write only a few words just to finish this sentence, and this is really useful. Another way you can use really easily this document is by using tools. These are the default tools you find inside Chibi, and these are the blog ones. They are divided by blog, copy, as you can see. They are different. Here you have more copywriting tools, for example, AIDA, PAS, build a story, analogy, and so on. You have the social ones with the tweet, Insta carousel, something relative to emails. You have edit to rewrite in a punchier way, in a simpler way. I will show you this later. You have art. This will not generate images, but prompt for generating images. You have a persona, so to start a story, persona questions, content ideas. You have a story. This is for storytellers, so maybe for writing books or something similar. And you have your research tab where you can find topical questions about your topic, semantic questions, subtopics, really interesting. Anyway, just by using this blog one, you can maybe generate an outline for your article just by clicking here. And as you can see, there is a plus here. This means you need some context. It's not mandatory. You can even avoid to fill all these fields, but it's really useful because, for example, you have your title, it's already here. You have your topic, it's already here. Then you can decide your audience. For example, beginner marketers. So I want this outline be focused on beginners. And then the purpose. In this example, the purpose is teach beginners and those curious about email marketing the best tips to craft a good email marketing strategy. Now, when I will run this tool, all these things will be taken in consideration when generating an outline. Let's try. Perfect, as you can see, introduction, definition of email marketing, benefits of email marketing, crafting the perfect email marketing strategy, define your goals, identify your audience, create engaging content, design an eye-catching template, monitor and analyze results. And as you can see, you also have Markdown here. This is interesting because if I go here with my cursor and click on Enter, as you can see, this becomes an H2 because this is Markdown. If I go here and do the same thing, it's an H3. And if I go here, it's another H3, and if I go here, it's another H2, and so on. And this is how these tools work. For example, I already have an introduction, so let's try to generate something for this definition of email marketing. I can again use these tools. One of the easiest one is this paragraph. For example, I can just place my cursor here and click on paragraph. And Chibi will generate a paragraph using definition of email marketing. Email marketing is a strategy used by businesses to reach out to customers and build relationships. You can stop the video and read. And as you can see, it stopped here, so the sentence is not finished, but I can click on this finish button and it will be finished. I can't show you every single tool here, maybe I will do in another video, but you can generate title ideas. For example, let's say I want to generate some title ideas for this topic for a specific audience, but I can also avoid to fill this one, run the tool, and I will have some title ideas. Unlock the power of email marketing, dominate your market with email strategies, successful email campaigns, unlock your potential, and so on. But let's say I want to rewrite, for example, this paragraph. Let's say I don't like it. I can do in different ways. Here, for example, I can go on Edit and use this puncher, simpler, decipher, first and second point of view. For example, let's use this simpler one. It's working because now it will rewrite my last paragraph in a different way, theoretically more simple. Email marketing is a tactic business used to connect with customers and create relationships. It involves sending emails with promotional material such as discounts, deals, and news about new products. As you can see, is slightly different. We can try use this punchier, for example. And this will be really different. Harness the power of email marketing to build relationships and boost brand awareness. As you can see, is really more punchier. Careful planning and research is key. Understand your target audience, craft content that resonates with them, and so on. But you can also use tools up here. For example, now let's say I want to copy this one just to leave it there, because now I can select all these paragraphs, and as you can see, some of these are green and some of these are red. I can only use the green ones, so in this example, summarize selection, I can click here, for example, and this will summarize this entire paragraph. Okay, as you can see now it's really shorter. I can select, for example, just one or two of these sentences, and now all these ones are green because they have some limits about how many characters you can use. You have a rewrite selection, a shorten selection, a expand selection, a casual rewrite selection, a formal rewrite selection. So let's try to use one of these casual rewrite selection. For example, this will rewrite only this part in a casual way. You can also do some kind of research here. For example, you want to know some topical questions that people have about this topic, so you can run the tool and let's see what Chibi writes. What are the most important elements of a successful email marketing strategy? How can I measure the success of my email marketing campaigns? And so on. So here is where you can find the potential topics to insert in your article or potential questions that people have. You can also use these subtopics. So Chibi will generate some subtopics related to the main one, creating engaging content, optimizing delivery timing, measuring email performance, and so on. Again, I can't show you everything, but just to show you how it works. Now, as you can see, there are different tabs here: article mode, copywriting mode, persona mode, and story mode. This is a different level of creativity for Chibi AI. So if you are writing a blog article, you want to use this article. But if you are generating something for copywriting, for example, you can use this copywriting mode, because in this case, Chibi will write some more salesy copy. Let's say we want to generate an AIDA formula for this topic, or let's see, for a product description, email marketing software, for example, audience, beginner marketers, and here you can insert product features. For example, easy to generate email workflows, high deliverability. This can be some kind of features for an email marketing software. And if I choose, I can also choose article mode or persona or story, but in this case the best is copywriting mode. I can run the tool and Chibi will generate an AIDA following my context here. Okay, as you can see, are you a beginner marketer? Because it's using my audience. Looking for an easy way to generate email workflows? Look no further than our innovative email marketing software. You'll be able to take control of your campaigns like never before. First, let's grab your attention. Our software is designed to give you the power to create effective email workflows with ease, and so on. You can stop the video and read all this. Then, persona mode is slightly more creative. This is if you want to generate your persona, your target persona. And then you have story mode. This is fantastic if you want to generate stories, fictions, and something like this. You can generate your main characters, you can plot your story, and so on. And now I want to show you another way you can generate content with Chibi, and it's the command palette. You can access the command palette by clicking here. For example, this is the command palette, or you can click on Windows, it's Ctrl plus key, okay? And here is where you write your command. Exactly the same thing you do in Jasper, the same thing you do in Phrase, the same thing you do in ChatGPT. Now you can do it here in Chibi. For example, write 3 subtopic ideas about crafting the perfect email marketing strategy. This is my command. I can click on enter and Chibi will write for me 3 ideas. Finding your target audience, writing engaging content, using analytics to measure success. I can ask Chibi whatever I want to generate introduction, to generate an outline, to generate 1 paragraph. For example, I can copy this. This is the simplest way, because there are other ways using variables. Anyway, write 2 paragraphs about, and this is my command. I click on enter and I think Chibi will generate for me 2 paragraphs about this subtopic. Perfect, 2 paragraphs. I can even be more specific, set a tone of voice, everything I want. And an interesting thing is that here on my Notes tab, I also have my command history. So if I want to reuse one of my last commands, I can do it here. I can open my command palette here, and by clicking here, my command will be copied here. I want to show you 2 little things in the document again. One is this leads tab, because here you have some leads. And leads are really interesting because, for example, you can use them to follow some paragraph. Let's say you want to add something here. You can click this, for example, and Chibi will use, for example, to write something else. In this case, it's not working, maybe because, for example, is not the best use case here. Let's try here with, for example. Okay, as you can see, it started with, for example, and then wrote something new. You can use all these leads. These are transitions words, but you can also create your custom ones. I will show you later. Next thing is this Analyzer tab. This is interesting because clicking on Analyze, you can have some data on your article. Now, this is not a real article anyway. Reading time, readability score, I can improve it. Overall sentiment, it's slightly positive, I can improve it. I have a list of complex words in my content that I can change to make it easier to read. And I have some potential content to review. Every time Chibi finds some number, some percentage, something that can be backed up with data, or something that I need to review or fact check, it's alerting me. And if I click here, I can see in my article where is this word, and if needed, not in this case, I can go fact check and review those data. This is not an automatic fact checking, but it's anyway really useful. It's time to talk about dynamic context. This is something unique inside Chibi. As you can see here in this context tab, I now have topic and facts. This facts context is something I added to this document, and you can add as many context as you want by clicking here. You can label it as you like, for example, audience, and then you can fill these fields. Now, every time Chibi writes something, is referencing all these context, especially if you use commands palette, so you can reference these fields with variables, or anyway, let's say I want to write an H2, some facts about email marketing. This is my H2. I can write a lead, for example. So this is my lead. Now let's talk about some important facts you need to know about email marketing. And by clicking write, Chibi will reference to this dynamic context. As you can see, there are 4 billion email users in the world. It's something is written here. In this case, it only used this 4 billion, but if I go on and write, it will take this as reference. So you can insert some facts, some data in your writing with Chibi, but this is just an example of what you can do. You can, for example, insert your audience, so Chibi will write for your audience. You can insert your tone of voice, and Chibi will write with that tone of voice. You can really add whatever you want and more than one context. Chibi is the only tool I know that is capable to do something like this. I know it's something little bit advanced, so it's not something you will use maybe the first times with Chibi, but you will learn to use it. In the community, Chad made a really good video about this dynamic context, and you can use dynamic context here in your document context, in your tools context. For example, introduction, you can add something here so it will be used in the introduction generation in this case, and you can also use this in your custom templates, and this is what I want to show you now. Templates are really useful because these are your custom tools inside the Chibi. You can access and generate your templates by clicking here from the dashboard. As you can see, I have a bunch of templates. Some are the default ones, some are old ones. They come from an older version of Chibi and they are not working anymore. I need to refresh them. Anyway, just to show you how they work. So for example, this is one of my custom templates. Here again, you can tag them with the blog, for example, in this case. Anyway, you can do the same tagging you can do with documents. I click here, and this is my template. In this case, is a simple command, because in the settings you can choose if you want to generate a show template or a tell template. In this case, is a tell template. I also have some other options. These are not important at the moment. What's important is the tuning part. As you can see, it's just a simple command, but it's using variables. Write 2 paragraphs for a blog about topic, but focusing on subtopic, trying to use keywords in the content. It seems difficult. It's not, because these variables are here in the context. So topic, subtopic, and keywords. And what this template does, it uses, for example, a subtopic, so an H2. Here is where I can try my template. So let's say advantages of email marketing. Let's say this is my subtopic inside my article. So I can use topic. Topic is email marketing. Subtopic is advantages of email marketing, and by clicking here I can copy these here. And then in this case I also can insert keywords. So let's say I want my output to contain a specific keyword, for example customer, but I can also insert more keywords using commas. Anyway, if I want to try my template, I can click here on this template button, and I can see if my template works in the correct way. It's generating 2 paragraphs because in the tuning I ask write 2 paragraphs about topic, so about email marketing, but focusing on subtopic. Subtopic is this, trying to use keywords. And as you can see, I have this word customers here because this is my keyword, customer, customers. So Chibi AI is following my command, 2 paragraphs inserting the word customers, and this is just an example of a tell template. Just to show you the difference from this one to a show template. This is another of my templates. I click here just to show you the difference. In the settings, this is a show template. And this is different because in the tuning, a show template is the old way of generating templates. It's the same thing you can use to train your AI with other tools like phrase, for example. And it's showing to Chibi AI some examples of output, and then let Chibi generate a new one. This is different because here you don't use commands, here you show some examples of output, the way you like them, and then Chibi will generate another one following this pattern. I hope it's clear the difference between a show template and a tell template. I like to use tell templates more than show ones because it's really like saving your AI commands in these templates. When you are inside a document, here for example, and you use your templates, as you can see, these green ones are the ones I made with this new Chibi version, and they are simply commands. For example, if I want a outline with a markdown, I can just click here, and as you can see, the only variable here is a topic. I already have the topic here, so I just need to click on the Run tool, and Chibi will generate an outline for me with markdown, like writing a command. As you can see, is really long and detailed in this case. This is what Chibi can do, incredible. In the same way, if I want, for example, some H3 ideas for my subtopic, for example, let's take one of these, one H2, for example, this one, tips for creating effective email campaigns. I just need to click on these H3 subtopics, and Chibi will use my last sentence in this case, so this one, to generate some H3 ideas for this H2. Identify target audience, craft a compelling subject line. It's like having commands, a list of commands already here to use, instead of typing every time, please generate some H3 ideas. No, I made my templates and I have them here. Obviously, you do with commands or tools you use mostly, and you can really generate templates tailored to your specific needs. Now, let's go very quickly. I want to go with variables. Variables, it's something really special and again, I think unique in Chibi. If you click here on variables, you can set a new variable set. So, I call it test just to show you, and this is the name of the variable set. You can insert a description, you can tag, and then you can add your variables. A variable is something you can use across different documents. So let's say I want to generate a variable with site, and I replace this variable with digital tool case. So every time in a document I will use this site variable, it will be replaced by digital tool case. And this is useful if you have something you write more than one time, so you don't need to write it more times, you have variables. And this is just an example. You can add as many variables as you want. For example, your address. Maybe you talk about your company often in your blog articles, so you generate a address variable with your address. Here I just say PO Box in this case. Then you can use these variables in your documents. For example, I go here in Documents, let me go here again. Let's say I want to generate, instead of an article, I want to generate, for example, a copy. Let's say I want to generate a Facebook ad body, for example. Product, I can insert my variable, so site. Audience, AI passionates and unique selling proposition, a site with videos and tutorials about AI tools. It's just an example to show you how Chibi will use this variable. As you can see, unlock the power of AI with digital toolcase, because this is my site variable. Get access to videos and tutorials about AI tools and discover the unique benefits of our product. You decide how you want to use variables. Again, you can use them for something you write more than once in your articles or in your content. Next are leads. I already showed you the common leads before in the document, but here in this leads tab, you can generate your own leads. You can even use variables inside your leads. Again, here you can create a set name for your leads, a description, and then you can add your leads. For example, here you have some examples. You can generate a heading. For example, you want some leads in another language. It's suggesting me Italian. So let's use this example, Italian. And then I can create some leads. For example, one of the things we say in Italy is ciao or is benvenuto. I just create these two because I want to show you. I save these and now I have my leads tab here. So if I go into a document, now here in the leads section, I have my custom leads and I have the label Italian, the heading Italian with my two leads. I don't know if it will work in this case because I'm not writing in Italian in this document. Chibi can write in other languages, but you need to use commands because with this right button and AI dance, it writes in other languages, but it's not perfect. Anyway, let's try to use this ciao. Let's say how Chibi writes in this case. In this case, it just wrote this because obviously there is no context here. But for example, if I write something here and then click on benvenuto, let's see in this case, benvenuto a tutti, it's not correct again because I'm using this right button and these leads. This is not the best example of leads. Anyway, if there is something lead that you use many times, for example, some sentence you use to start your paragraphs, you can insert them in your custom leads. If I use the command palette, it's easy to write in another language. In this case, the command is in Italian, and if I click on enter, Chibi will write in Italian. Okay, as you can see, this is in Italian. It's written quite well. What you can't really do is using this right button with other languages. At the moment is not perfect. It writes, but it makes some errors. But with commands, you can do it. So this is an overview of the new Chibi AI. Now let's talk about prices. Let me go here on the Chibi site and the pricing page. I said before you can start using Chibi with a few bucks per month because as you can see, the starter plan is only $9 monthly. Yes, you have a low limit, 10,000 words. This is just to try to use it. As you can see here, kick the tires and give Chibi a try. Upgrade after Chibi blows your mind. Why? Because with 10,000 words, you don't really write too much, especially if you start to experiment with templates. Anyway, it's a low price if you want to try it. So maybe it's your first attempt to use Chibi, and this includes all the features in Chibi. Then you have this $39 per month, and this is 100,000 word limit. If you compare this with Jasper, for example, this is a very, very, very good price for 100,000 words. Let's read here all the power of Chibi with a generous limit, but watch your usage a bit. Then you have these $65 per month, 250,000 word limits, very, very good. It's the most popular one. And it's a crazy high limit that feels like unlimited but saves a bit of cash, because then you have this premium one. For $99 monthly, you have unlimited. Now, I know it's not free. It's not super cheap, $99, but it's unlimited. All the freedom to run your content experiments and craft a ton of content. If you are serious about content creation and if you like Chibi, this is the plan I suggest you use. Yes, you can start with this $9 one, so you can see if you like it. Then maybe you can go up to this essential one. If you feel then you need more than 100,000 words every month, you can go up to this one. And then if you really write a lot of content, you can go up to unlimited. Anyway, the prices are not bad. I think it's difficult to find a tool like this out there with unlimited plan for this price. So this is Chibi. You can find the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, so thank you if you will use it. You can also find the link to the Chibi community, and while I was recording this review, there are already some news in the Chibi platform. Let me show you this. As you can see, January 15, common template improvements, Chibi write speed and bug fixes. So in real time, there is also a new copywriting tool in this case. Subscribe to Chibi community, it's free even if you are not a Chibi user, so you better understand how Chibi works. And then if you use my link here in the description, you can activate your plan. Start with this starter plan if you don't want to spend a lot of money. And I think you will like Chibi as much as I do. Okay, we are at the end of this really long video. It's difficult to talk about Chibi in a few words. Thank you for being here with me until now, and see you soon in another video.